उवरी भाषाए जंकिंची मज्ज विडय परिहीणम सुहुम वा बाथळे वा तुब जानक अहम न जानामि तस्य मिच्छामि दुक्कडम इच्छामि खमास मनो वंद्यु जावणिज्याय निश्चयाय मथेण वंदामि। सुख सातामा छो महाराज साहेब?
देव गुरु प्रसाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
इच्छामि खमासमणो वंदे उजावणिजाय निस्सिह्याय मथेण वंदामि। इच्छा कारण संधिस भगवान वायण संधिस इच्छामि खमासमणो वंदे उजावणिजाय निस्सिह्याय मथेण वंदामि। इच्छा कारण संधिस भगवान वायण लेशो
ले जा।
इच्छामि खमासमणो वंदे उजावणिजाय निस्सिह्याय मथेण वंदामि। इच्छकारी भगवान पसाय करी वायना प्रसाद करावसो जी।
नमो हरियंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो हरियाणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोहे सव्वसारं एषु पंच नमोकारं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं मंगलानं च सर्वेसिं परमं हवै मंगलम्। जय जगजीव जोनि वियाणो जगगुरु जगानंदो जगनाहो जगबंधु जय जगप्रियामो वैव जय सुयाण बभु तीर्थयाणं अपचिमो जय जय गुरुलोगाणं जय महप्पा महावीर वंदे माय समाभागम् महावीरं महामुनिम् अमर नरराय मह्यं चरमतीर्थयरमिमसतीर्थस् सर्वारिष्ट प्रणाशाय सर्वाभीष्टार्थदायिने सर्वलब्धि निधानाय श्री गौतम स्वामिने नमः। श्री सुधर्मा स्वामिने नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धनं ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया नेत्रमुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। धर्मलाभ बहुत आशीर्वाद।
मथेण वंदामि साहब जी, पचकान आपको देना है तो दे पचकान।
वैसे काक्सिम बोर्सिम सात बोर्सिम सुरेगे परिमंडे से बचकाए गए श्री चौबियम प्यारम देव प्यारम सागम जन्म सबस्व देगन आयम विलम पचका देगो सारम लिवालम दिया तसब के परिवार हम सबस्व एकाष्टम व्याष्टम पचकाए तेवियम प्यारम सुगम सागरन आओ तन सन गुरु तन बारिदम सबस्व देगनम पानस लिवनालन च बहुले वास सत्यवा वो सिरे धर्मलाभ।
साहब जी, आज एक आपकी आज्ञा हो तो 1-2 मिनट में लूं हरीश भाई को इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए। On behalf of everyone in this group, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you, Harish bhai. We are all very excited and energized here by your presence. This class started with Karma Philosophy back around August of 2021 under the leadership of Shri Mahesh Bhai Vadar. And we are very grateful to him for initiating this on the Jaina platform. Harish bhai, when you became the president in January of 2022, you encouraged us very strongly to continue, and you are committed to support our efforts all along. As a result, this class series have continued on and progressed to completion of Uttradhyan Sutra. And so we are extremely grateful and thank for Jaina's continued support and in making this possible. Through Sahibji's Guru Krupa, this group and the many people on YouTube have had the benefit of this very durlabh opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity, or once in many, many lifetimes opportunity of accessing the wisdom of Paramatma's Jinvani from Gurumukh, which is even more durlabh or uh, more important. They say only a lighted lamp can light other unlighted lamps. In the same vein, we can say that as an accomplished Panyas with 2 PhDs and a practicing sadhu of 54 years, Sahibji brings that light of Paramatma's Samyak Gnan to our hearts. He brings out the wisdom of each sloka in the Agam and tries to light up that same Samyak Gnan lying latent in our Atmas. Every class strengthens our knowledge and our patrata grows so that someday we can get to the Samyak Darshan stage. So we are absolutely grateful for this Guru Yoga, which only happens in millions of bhava if one is lucky enough. Acknowledging this as a very rare opportunity availed to us, we all respectfully bow to Sahibji's dedication and his conviction to Jin Sashan Prabhavna, expressing our deepest gratitude to him. We would like to thank your leadership team, Harish Bhai, in terms of Jaina, and the strong technical support that Dhiman Bhai provides and his team provides us. Harish Bhai, we are extremely fortunate to have a vibrant group of so many dedicated sadhaks from India as well as USA, who are not only interested in seeking the right knowledge, but also practicing it. Every class, Sahibji gives us pachkan to various individuals who do Aimbel, Upwas, Ekashna, and other tapas. Also, many others are engaged in Pathshala, community service, and other sadharmic activities in different ways. Sahibji has classes all throughout the week, about 7 classes every week. And many attend all those classes regularly. And Sahibji doesn't have any time for anything in between, even though if he is in Vihar, in going through some very physical issues, there is always a class. He's always on the part. Having introduced our group and the class, I would like to introduce our special guest, Manya Shri Harish Bhai Shah. He just handed over the presidency last month, and he still works very closely with Jaina management, and he can help us a lot. I have known Harish Bhai for last 2 years, and I have never seen a leader who can always make time for you, no matter where and how busy he is. He's always supportive and encouraging in spreading the Jaina mission, and we are a part. So we really are appreciating that. As a result, we are now progressing to the next step of taking up the Vanchana of Shri Bhagvati Sutra, which is a major project. We are absolutely grateful for all that you do, Harish Bhai. I would like you to take a few minutes to say a few words if you can. Please unmute yourself and see. Thank you for taking that time.
Once again, Pranam and Jai Jinendra, everyone. It is really, we are honored here. We are humbled, and we are privileged by the this another sutra, Vanchan, that is been taking place, and it is going to start again. So this is very, very nice that so many, and whenever I go to different places, and they really say that they do watch it after hours. So there are a lot of people that may not be able to come at the same time when the Vanchana is going on, but they are listening to the recordings later on. So I really khub anumodna to Maharajsaheb and anumodna to everyone who is participating. And we would like to continue for other Agnam Vachanas also once, this one is done, but it is really nice to learn. And also, I have encouraged Vijay Bhai to, continue the Ayurveda lectures also, because there are a lot of people out there that are interested in Ayurveda, and we see a lot of crowd out there that are looking to, learn more and more about Ayurveda, because we are at a situation where we all have multiple issues with our health. And those lectures will also going to be very, very helpful. So once again, Mather Vandami Maharaj Sahib, and we wish you a very good Sukh Sata. So thank you very much, everyone, for participating on a regular basis. Thank you so much.
Harish bhai, thank you so much. We are working on getting the Ayurveda part. We have not got much encouragement yet in terms of people, but we are trying to continue that effort. Also, on this effort that we are doing Agam Vachana, we have one complaint. And we have voiced that last time when you came. So first of all, thank you for coming again. But the one complaint we have is that there are not enough US participants, and we need your help in getting some, in spreading the word to your constituent state level associations that may help us gear, because this is a very valuable opportunity that is coming once in millions of lifetimes. And this is not an easy thing, even to get one lecture access. Although you may say that there is plenty of YouTube lectures available, but going and talking personally, one-on-one connection, interaction. I can stop Maharaj Sahib at one lecture and say, well, what is this? And Maharaj Sahib, here is a ready knowledge. I mean, where can you get? People have to take Diksha to get this. A few 100 years back, you cannot get access to Agam. We are not allowed at one time. So here is something on a silver spoon coming to our homes in United States. And I think we need to make this point a little bit more highlighted. We are doing the newsletters. We are doing well on the newsletter, but I don't feel we are making any impact. So please help us on that.
Sure.
And with that, Sahib ji, और कुछ आपके और group की ओर से? Otherwise, we can start whatever.
Right. This is really a very good opportunity. And from the Jaina, they started Agam Vachana. Before that Agam Vachana, we had completed the Karma theory in 1 year also. And we take the 2 years for complete the Uttradin Sutra Agam Shastra. It's really a good opportunity for me also that. And from the US and other persons, those who want to listen the Agam Vachana from Guru Mukha, you see. So very first we completed the Uttradin Sutra Agam Shastra. And now today we are going to start with Panchamanga Bhagvati Sutra. I don't know from where it idea came in the Vijay Bhai's mind, how he recommend for the Bhagvati Sutra, because I have never given this type of Vachana of the Bhagvati Sutra in India, and even for the Sadhu Sadhvis also. So this is also very first time for me. So I am giving in the Bhagvati Sutra Agam Shastra Vachana. When this topic came, you see, in India also some of the person and even the Sadhu Sadhvis, they are asking me with the very curious question, how it is going to possible for you to start this Bhagavati Sutra for the foreigner peoples, those who are there, and why you are giving them Vachana of the Bhagavati Sutra? Who will understand? This is very difficult Agam Shastra. Generally, nobody takes this Agam Shastra in India also. Even the Sadhu Sadhvis and Acharya Maharaj, they are also not ready to give this type of Agam Vachana of the Bhagavati Sutra. So the very difficult question for me also, how to understand and how to give the proper answer. Because this type of Bhagavati Sutra, it is not the common Agam, you see. Some of the different Agams have some historical Agam. Some of the different Agam have the different type of the Charitra Grantha. But this type of Bhagavati Sutra, it is not the historical, it is not the Charitra Grantha, it is from the highly philosophical physics and metaphysics subject in the philosophy also. So, please first understand this thing. I am giving you the lakhs of thanks to the Vijay Bhai also, how he select this Bhagavati Sutra Agam Vajna. Through time, I just asked him, you see, why you are choosing this subject? Why not to choose the another common subjects to give the proper Vajna for all other peoples? Already, I met the Harish Bhai also when he came in India, when I was last year in the Avigna apartment, when the Parel, you see, already Harish Bhai met me there also. And I gave some suggestions for different planning also. But today, Vijay Bhai, you see, Harish Bhai is already completed his term of the presidentship of the Jaina. Now the next Jaina chairman person, those who came, I think Suresh Bhai, if you will give some advice to come in the class and to listen Agam Vachana. See that Agam Vachanas, this system, I think so from the very hundreds of years, it is very few listeners. Some of the people in India, in the Sravak Sravika, those who are not listening any Agam Vachana, but in our Sadhu Sadhvis group, we are giving some Agam Vachana. Those who are curious or interested to learn something from the Agamas. Because in the Shwetambar system, there are so many other books, other Shastras except the Agamas. So we are studying that just like the biological science of Jainism, the Navatattva is and the Karma theory is also one of them. But when we started the Agam Vachana of the Uttradin Sutra, in the 36th chapter, each and every subject of the Jainism, it comes in different adhyaya, chapter. In the 36th, the last chapter, it comes the whole Jiv, which are the biological study of the Jain. In physics and metaphysics, the Akash and Dharmastika and Adharmastika also we discuss in the Agam Vachana Uttradin Sutra. But the same topic will come in the Bhagavati Sutra also. Because this Bhagavati Sutra Agam, it is also the philosophical Agam Shastra. From where it derives and from where it comes, you see, from the Tirthankar Paramatma Mahavir Swami. And when Tirthankar Bhagavan given the Deshana, and then the Gandhar who had written the Deshana, you see, in all the 11 Gandhar, the last one is only the Sudharma Swami. So here is already written that who is the writer of this Bhagavati Sutra. So this Bhagavati Sutra is already written by the Sudharma Swami ji. Because according to the age factor, the age of the Sudharma Swami was the 100 years. So he is the last Gandhar of the Tirthankar Mahaviran. And he had written all the question answers also. So in this Bhagavati Sutra, what will be the concept, you see? How many subjects are there? How many chapters are there, you see? No doubt, today with the Bhagavati Sutra is available, it is in the very small scale, you see. But already description in this about the Bhagavati Sutra, which is available, when we will read and study about this, there are the 36,000 question answers between Gautam Swami and Mahavir Swami answer, which is already mentioned in this Bhagavati Sutra. But unfortunately, today, 36,000 Not 36,000, but 1,000 pension is also not available. But in the past history of the time, because the 2,500 years are already passed after the Mahavir Swami. So in this long time, what happened, when it happens, how it happens, nobody knows about the historical evidences. But how it disappeared? The thousands of the questions and discussions with the Mahavir Swami and Gautam Swami, what was that, you see? How many times or types of the question? What type of the answer which is given by the Mahavir Swami to the Gautam Swami? How it disappeared? Nobody knows about this. So there are so many historical evidences that happened. You might be knowing that in India, the 700 to 800 years time era of the Mughal Basha, when the Muslim Islamism spread all over India, they just done whatever the thing to break down the temples of Jaina and to fire out the Jain Agam Shastras in India for years and years. When there was in the heavy cold season, in that cold season when there was too much cold in the 50 degrees, you see, they just fire out the Jain Agam Shastras to remove the coldness of the season, you see. So we heard about that, and which is already mentioned in the history. So these are the reasons that how the 36,000 questions and answer, which is the content of this Bhagavati Sutra mainly. No doubt, in other agamas also there are some different question answers. Vijay, you might be remembering the 29th chapter of the Uttaraden Sutra Agam Shastra. The name of the 29th chapter is Samyakva Parakrama Adhyayana. In that 29th chapter, 73 question answers with Gautam Swami and Mahavir Swami. So what type of the questions Gautam Swami just asked to the Mahavir Swami, and what type of the answer Mahavir Swami had given? In a very short, it is mentioned in the 29th chapter of the Uttaraden Sutra. When we just studied about that Uttaraden Sutra, and you heard that, when I read it, then we are getting the proper answer. Otherwise, the common people, those who are using the language, punya, no. Mahavir Swami had told that jnana, varniya, karma, nejra, by doing the swadhyaya, by listening this Agam Vachana. What is the benefit of this Agam Vachana? While you are listening, and while I am giving you the Agam Shastra Vachana, both the side, only the one result is coming, only Jnana, Varniya, Karma, Nejra. I am also doing the Jnana, Varniya, Karma, Nejra in high percentage. And you are also doing the Agam Shastra Vachana after listening. You are in the same result, Nejra. Jnana, Varniya, Karma, Nejra. Now it depends on your effort. You see, if you are serious and sincere to listen the Agam Vachana, it is one type of the Swadhyaya. Vachana is the first Swadhyaya part of that. So there are the 5 types of the Swadhyaya. Vachana, Prachana, Anupreksha, Paravartana, and Dharma Katha. So Vachana is the first type of the Swadhyaya. So what is the system of the Vachana? When the Guru is giving you the lesson to the students, those who are taking that lesson, you see, just studying about that, then the Guru is giving you that lesson. And not only that, but lesson with the wordings of the Mahavir Swami, with the meaning of that, and with the epistemological meaning also. Here you see what is the name of this Bhagavati Sutra. This is not the proper name of the Bhagavati Sutra. Here is the name is Vyakhya Prajnapti. So this is the proper name of this Prajnapti. Now see the meaning of this Vyakhya. Vyakhya, it is called the definition. Anything, any words, if it is coming, Akashastikaya, Jivastikaya, Pudgalastikaya, Parmanu, whatever the words will come, there is proper definition of that. And without making the proper definition, you can't make the proper meaning of that word. Otherwise, if we will do the wrong meaning of that, what is that Pudgal? Nobody will understand because it is the basic word of the Jain terminology. So in this Jain terminology, what is the meaning of that? You see, Asti Kaya. Why we are using the word Asti Kaya? What is the proper meaning of Asti and plus Kaya, you see? So it is already joined with each and every element, the substance. The Akash is also one type of the substance. In short form, no doubt we are using the word Akasha. In short, we are using the Dharma. In short form, we are using the Adharma word. In short form, we are using the word Pudgala. In short form, we are using the Atma or Jiva. But the full form is what? Jivasti Kaya, Dharmasti Kaya, Adharmasti Kaya, Akashasti Kaya, Pudgalasti. So what is the proper meaning of Asti Kaya? So here they are giving the definition. So for the definition, we are in English, we are using the word definition, but in Agam Shastra, this one is the fifth Agam. Its name, original name is Vyakhya Prajnapti. Now this type of the name, it is in the Sanskrit language, but what is in the Ardhamagdi Prakrit language? So this is the Sanskrit language. But in Ardhamagdi, or you can say the Prakrit language, Vivaha Pannati, Viyaha Pannati. Again, that Viyaha in the same meaning is the Vyakhya. When we are using the Viyaha, here is the word you see, Viyaha. So what is this meaning of this? And somewhere you will find the Vivaha. But this type of the Vivaha Shabda people are using in the sense of the wedding, you see. Shadi ke arth mein use kar lete hain. So this word is not famous, but Viyaha Pannati, proper name is Vyakhya Prajnapti. So why not to use this word, you see, Viyaha Pannati. So Vivaha, Vyakhya Prajnapti. Now you will come to know the what it contains in this Bhagvati Sutra. Everywhere, every time they will use the proper definition. And what type of the definition? Very important thing I am saying, Vijay bhai, please sincerely listen this. Without making the proper definition, you can't make the principle of that. Boliye Darshana Benji, can you repeat?
Mathe Mandami, a proper definition that you cannot make a principle of.
Without the proper definition.
Without
If you
the
have
proper
not made the
definition.
proper definition of the thing, you say, whatever the word will come, whatever the substance, if you will talk about the substance, if you will talk about the virtues of the substance, if you will talk the pariyai, the shape and size of the any substance, everywhere you have to give the proper definition. For example, Tiryancha. Now, what is the definition of the Tiryancha? And Tircha Loka, Adho Loka, Urdhva Loka. These are no doubt the cosmological words. We are using every time. In Navkar Mantra, they are using the Namo Lo-E. So, what is the definition of the Lo-E? What is meaning of the Lo-E? Meaning, always it must be connected with the definition. If you will give the proper definition, then only you can make the proper meaning of the words. Boliye, Parul Ben, can you repeat?
Mathen Vandami. Saibji, you mentioned that you said without the proper definition, you cannot get the proper meaning.
Right. Always meaning is very important, no? But so many people, those who are knowing the meaning, but nobody knows the definition of that. So what is the important before that? To do the meaning, before that, what the definition is. So that's why the Bhagvati Sutra, it is totally philosophical. And not only that, definition, epistemological definition, are you going to give that type of definition? Because here is the Tirthankaras having the Keval Dhyan and Keval Darshan, they are the giving of the Deshna. So when the Tirthankaras are giving Deshna, at the same time, Gandharas were the Gandharas of the Tirthankaras, they writing the things. So when they write, they always write with the definitions. And then according to the definition, they are giving the proper meaning. How it comes in the, that when the Tirthankara gave the Deshna, after that the completed of the Deshna, when the Gandhar was teaching to their students, because Gandharas are the teacher, Gandharas are just like as the professor. So what is the difference between the teacher and professor? So when they teaches to their students, sadhus and sadhvi, at that time when the sadhus, those who are learners, they are asking something, sir, what is the proper definition of this? So Sudharma Swami is the teacher of all. Sudharma Swami sabke guru hai. Sabke guru hai. So when the Sudharma Swami was giving the lesson of the Bhagavati Sutra or any other Agam Shastra, all the students, the sadhus, sadhvis was proper. So at that time, when the students, as the students, the sadhus and sadhvis, those who are taking that Vanchana, they were always asking, sir, what is the proper definition of this? What is the meaning of this? Like these 36,000 questions about the definitions, about the proper result, about the proper meaning, whenever the Gautam Swami asked to the Mahavir Swami, Bhagwan Mahavir Swami is having the Keval Jnana, the all-pervading knowledge. So he was giving the proper definition every time. You might be knowing that Nav Tattva, 9 elements of the Jainism, you see Jiva, Ajiva, Punya, Papa, Asrava, Samvara, Nitra, Bandha, Moksha. You see that Jainism, according all these Navatattvas, not only the meaning, but the proper definition. What is the definition of Asrava? What will be the proper definition of the Bandha? What will be the proper definition of the Nirjara? So they are given everywhere the proper definition. So without the definition, you cannot make the proper meaning. These type of the wordings, this is the Jainism's special terminology. These are all the technical words and the special terminology. Otherwise, in the common sense, if we use this word Nijra and Bandhana, Asrav and Samvar, nobody will understand what is the meaning of Samvar, what is the meaning of Asrav, what will be the proper meaning of the Nijra and what will be the Bandha, you see. Because that word there, they are using Bandha. It has the proper meaning and proper definition. Now, is it possible for you to give the proper definition of the Bandha? Meena Benji, boliye.
No, there are multiple meanings. So.
Chalo. બોલો વિજયભાઈ, હવે તમે જ બોલો, બીજું કોણ બોલશે?
बंध यानी बॉन्ड हो जाता है, बॉन्ड.
Now you are making only word meaning. Here you require the definition. So without the proper definition, you can't make the meaning of that. So what will be the proper definition of that bandha? So here in what context you see karmic atoms which is bounded with the Atma Pradesh, when it becomes the one and the same, you see, just like the sugar which dissolve in the milk. Same like that, when the karmic atoms came inside the soul, and when it mixes up with the Atma Pradesh, then it will bind with each other, then you will say that bandha. And after doing that bandha, the karmic atom will convert as a karma. Before that binding with the Atma Pradesh, you can't use the word karma. And without the binding with the Atma Pradesh, it will be just like the karmic atoms. You can't say they're the karma. But when you will use the proper word karma, so that system, you say, method, how it becomes as a, so the karmic atom, it is also substance. The soul, it is also substance. The pradesha of the soul, pradesha are not of the karmic atom. So what is that karmic atom? It is the paryay of the Pudgal. So in this Bhagavati Sutra, you will get the different definition about the Karman, Varganas, Pudgal, Parmanu. What is the Karman Vargana? So they will define that this type of Karman Vargana. Because without the Karman Vargana, any other group of the atom, it will not bind with the Atma Pradesha. It never become as a karma. Now, what type of the karmic atoms are? How many types of the group of the atoms? How many kinds of the group of atoms are available in this whole cosmos? So Mahavir Swami had given the different names to the different Karman group, atom group. बोलिए आरती बेन बोलो.
Bhagwan has given names to different atom groups.
Yes. Why? What is the reason that why Bhagwan had given the different noun to the different atom group? So these are the subject, the contents of this Bhagavati Sutra. I am giving you the preface of that. छोटा सा परिचय करिए what the Bhagavati Sutra is. And how big volume of the Bhagavati Sutra, it is different thing. So very first the name. Here you can think about that. How this name came, you see. Why not to use the proper name of this Vyakhya Prajnapti? And here the famous name is Bhagavati. Who knows about that? Ila Benji Boli. What is the meaning of this Bhagavati? સાહેબ બોલો.
નથી મને ખ્યાલ સાહેબજી.
તો પછી શું કામ બોલે? આમ જ હાથ કરી દેવું તું ને. If you are not knowing, please don't open and don't unmute and don't say no. Just with this side. Boliye Darshana Benji, Meena Benji, those who are knowing or not, you see. Chalo, now the meaning, acha bolo, Parul Ben bolo.
Saibji, does it mean something that Bhagwan has said himself or something?
Chalo, now you are making that meaning, you see. But Bhagavati and another word is Bhagavati. Because similar word that Bhagavan and Bhagavati, you made the meaning about that. लेकिन यहाँ पर क्या है? भगवती पूजनीय, respected, highly respected. In all other Agam Shastras, because there are so many, 45 different Agam Shastras are there. In all other Agam Shastras, only one of them, this Agam Shastra Vyakhya Prajnapti, is called by the another name, Bhagvati Sutra. Our so many thousand acharyas in the past, you see, they have never given another name to another Agam Shastra. But only for this Vyakhya Prajnapti Agam Shastra, they mention as a Bhagavati Sutra. And this short form of this Agam Shastra, it is already famous everywhere. I think so, Vyakhya Prajnapti, 70% people, those who are not knowing about this Agam Shastra, but they are knowing similarly to Bhagavati Sutra. बहुत अच्छा पूजनीय है, बहुत ही आदरणीय है, बहुत ही श्रवणीय है. इतना how to show the respect about that. हाँ जी. Prajnapti, it is the proper knowledge. Jnana. Prajna yukta, what the proper knowledge is, वो जो ज्ञान है उसकी बात है. अब ये ज्ञान किसका ज्ञान? पदार्थों का ज्ञान तो व्याख्या से ही होगा. If you want to know about the substance, if you want to know about the paryas, if you want to know about all the virtues of the substance, please go through the Vyakhya with the definition. If you are getting the proper knowledge according to the definition, you will do it in a proper meaning use. You will understand it in proper meaning use. For example, if I will use the word sansara, which is commonly used word, everybody knows about this. Boliye Chordiya ji, what is the meaning of sansara?
साहब 4 गति 84 लाख जोनी में जो अपने परिभ्रमण कर रहे हैं वो संसार है.
हाँ जी, बोलिए साबिना बहन जी.
जो परिभ्रमण बढ़ाए उसको संसार कहते हैं.
चलिए निखिल भाई. हाँ, तो यहाँ पर अभी देखो वीणा बहन जी ने मीनिंग किया, वो ग्रामेटिकल मीनिंग था. अच्छा हाँ जी, सुनीता बहन जी बोलिए.
જ્યાં સાર નથી ત્યાં સરકવું.
चलो ये इन्होंने वर्ड मीनिंग किया. कोई वर्ड मीनिंग से करते हैं. हाँ जी बोलिए प्रमोद जी, बोलना है बोलिए.
जी महाराज. चारों गतियों में 84 लाख योनियों में सतत जन्म मरण करना, उसी को संसार कहते हैं.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. तो ये जो डेफिनेशन का मीनिंग आएगा, the meaning of according to the definition, the meaning according to the only word meaning, the meaning will come with the grammatical meaning will come with the epistemological definition. Always everything will be different. So this Bhagavati Sutra Agama, in which direction it goes, you see, in what type of this Bhagavati Sutra is. अब मैं आपको इसको हल्का थोड़ा सा परिचय दे देता हूँ. भगवती सूत्र आगम जो है, ये तो हमने कर लिया मीनिंग का. नाम जिस समय जिस तरीके से नाम प्रसिद्ध है, बट वन थिंग आई विल से, विजय भाई प्लीज लिसन इज प्रॉपरली दैट, एंड इवन हरेश भाई विल आल्सो लिसन इट, बिकॉज Bhagavati Sutra you are going to start. I am not suggested about this Agam Bhajna, you see. Already Vijay Bhai, Abunane, they have decided from where, I don't know about that. But you are going to start this Bhagavati Sutra Agam Shastra as a Vanchana. But I am not sure about that when it will finish. some of the people, those who are asking me, how many long years we will complete this, I don't know about that. Because it may take 50 years, or it may take 20 years, or it may take 30 years. I don't know about it. Because this is the very big Shastra, very used big Agam Shastra. And if you are going to listen and if you are studying it, so this is the first condition. Do you want to listen only, or do you want to study about the Bhagvati Sutra? What is your opinion, Darshana Benji?
મહારાજ સાહેબ મથે મંડામી હું લખતી હતી મેં સાંભળ્યું નહીં. કેન યુ પ્લીઝ રિપીટ? સોરી.
People who want the different experiences. Those who want to listen, you say, चलो बैठेंगे, सुन लेंगे.
I think we are having some connection problem.
Yeah.
The question Sahibji asked was, do you want to study or do you want to just listen?
Study.
સ્ટડી કરવું છે.
સ્ટડી કરવું છે મહારાજ સાહેબ.
નથી સંભળાતું.
મારા સાહેબ અનમ્યુટ પર છે.
साहब जी म्यूट, आप अनम्यूट करना है आपको. आप म्यूट. अच्छा, I think there might be some things going on that on his end. साहब जी आप म्यूट पे हैं.
આપણું નથી સાંભળી.
हाँ, एक मिनट.
साहिब जी को हमारा सुनाई नहीं देता है ऐसा बोलो.
ना, आई थिंक साहब जी को भी नहीं सुनाई देता है और वो भी म्यूट पे है. अच्छा, he said give us a few minutes. I think there might be.
Procession which is going on the road, due to the heavy noise of that procession, just I stopped this. Now come to the point that the sansara, this is only the one word. Each and every Tirthankar Bhagavanta, very good. Darshana Ben is living writing this. So this Bhagavati Sutra, the sansara, each and every Tirthankar Bhagavan use this word sansara in their deshna. Everywhere it is written in the Agam Shastra also. But in what sense, you see? In what proper meaning? How they are using this type of the sansara word? So this is the proper definition of this. Even I have given you the Loe Ardha Magdi language, and they defined in a different sense, you see. If we will listen this Loe word and make the meaning of that without the definition, it is not possible for us in the proper way, what type of the Loe is. So this is the different thing. Now come to the proper point that what type of the Bhagavati Sutra, very respected, highly respected, pujaniya, it is really a good treasure of the knowledge, you see. इतना बड़ा ज्ञान का खजाना है, खजाना.
साहब जी, प्रज्ञप्ति और पणाप्ति का जो प्रज्ञा की बात आई, तो प्रज्ञा परोक्ष ज्ञान है कि वो दूसरा टाइप का?
परोक्ष ही है. Ardhamadhi, you will say Pannati. This is Pannati. And Sanskrit Prajnapti. This is the proper knowledge, you see. Jnaan to hai. Kiska knowledge hai? Knowledge you are getting through the definition that is called Vyakhya Prajnapti. if you are getting the proper knowledge through the definition. So different definition. Now, who is the responsible person to do the definition? Once the first person who is making the definition, that will be continuing in the whole generation, you see. So who is the first person? The Tirthankar, Keval Jnani Bhagwanta, he is the first one person. And he is giving the proper definition, because without the Keval Jnan and without the Tirthankar, it is not possible to give the proper definition of first time. Who is the user of this first type of noun? Pudgal शब्द मैंने तो नहीं बनाया है. जीव शब्द, आत्मा शब्द, आकाश शब्द, धर्मास्तिकाय शब्द, अधर्मास्तिकाय, these are the different words. And even I just told you the Nav Tattva, you see, Asra, Sama, Nidra, Bandha. So what type of these vocabulary, you see, the different technical words in the Jain philosophy we are using. But origin of that is only the Tirthankar. From the Tirthankar, because the Keval Jnani is only having to the Tirthankar, these words are coming in our all generation, in our Shastras, and we are listening this, we are studying this, we are studying that, and then we will write in a different meaning. So when you will write, you must write with the proper definition, so the next generation can understand the proper meaning of these all words. So ये आप बहुत बड़ी risk ले रहे हो विजय भाई. I will use the word that you are taking the use big risk to listen this Bhagvati Sutra. मैंने ये सोचा था कि जैसे चरित्र ग्रंथ है, उवासक दसाओ, नाया धम्म कहो, पन्ना व्याकरणम, प्रश्न व्याकरण. These are just simple and easy Agam Shastra, and having charitras also, and the different historical also. Naya Dhamma Kaho, which contains the different stories also there. Lekin aapne select kiya hai, not from my side, it is already selected by from your side. समझे कि ना विजय भाई को कैसे इच्छा हो गई कि नहीं भगवती सूत्र सुनना है. ठीक है, कोई हरकत नहीं. Be prepared for that. But my request is only that, not only to listen, but do the study of these things. आप खाली सुन लेंगे, ये पुण्य नहीं बनने वाला है कि हमने सुन लिया. But if you will study it, you see. अब देखिए, हमारी तो क्लासें यहाँ पर चल रही है लगभग चलते 4.5 years are already passed away. We are continuing different classes. And Vijay bhai, I have never taken any holiday except the Chaudas, because in the Chaudas we have to do the Pratikaman, which is near about 2.5 hours. तो कंपल्सरी है कि अगर सैटरडे संडे को 14 आए तो मुझे तो प्रतिक्रमण यहाँ पर सबको कराना ही पड़ता है. Otherwise, we have regularly continued this one. Now, the second subject which already Harish bhai had mentioned, and even that Vijay bhai was talking about that to give the proper knowledge about the Ayurveda Shastra also. Myself, I am ready about for that, but from your side, some of the people in the US and other where you see they like it or not, I don't know. But Ayurveda according to Jainism and Jainism according to the Ayurveda. Because each and every person today very health conscious person. And if you will study, if you will listen this proper Agam, Ahar and Ayurveda Shastra, we can, because Harish bhai also mentioned so many issues of the health. And even in their country, you see, US, in Canada, in California, in Australia, and London, New Jersey, New York, some of the people, those who are joined with this class or those who are studying on the YouTube, wherever you see, because each and every person can join the Zoom class, it not be possible for all, because this is a time bound. And some of the people, if they have no time, then they can go on the YouTube also, because recording everything is available. And the Elsa from the Atlanta, she is trying too much to give all the subjects very goodly. She made all the playlist and everything, all different subjects are there. On Sunday, we have started the Bhaktamar Stotra also. So many people who are interested to learn this Bhaktamar Stotra. So it is also on the Sunday. So before the Jainas class, we will start the Bhaktamar Sutra tomorrow on the Sunday at 8 o'clock. 8 to 8:40. That 40 minutes is only for the Bhaktamar Sutra. And again tomorrow, the Bhagvati Sutra we will start. So when you will decide, you see, according to your time system, and people, those who are interested to learn to something about the Ayurveda Shastra and with Jainism, no doubt there's so many Jain people, how they are cooking the food, how they are eating the food there, what type of the food and they are making and what. So your difficulty of the time system, job system, Aarti Ben, she is quite young, no doubt. लेकिन अब उनके पास टाइम नहीं है to cook the food, you see. So sometimes they purchase from the mall and just come to a house and they will eat, you see. But what it contains, what type of that food is, what is the fresh food and what is the dead food, we should study about that. And according to the Ayurveda Shastra, why should we use this word, you see? Because Jainism and Jain food system is very good with the Ayurveda Shastra. Some of the Ayurvedic doctors, they always say that Jain should not be suffer from any type of disease because their food system is according always to the with Ayurveda Shastra. So whenever all the peoples will get the time and whenever we will want to start, I am ready for that also. For I can explain you with the Ayurvedic and the Jainism angle, both side also. Today, I think so time is finished. So just for the explanation of the word meaning of Bhagavati Sutra, so tomorrow again I will start some definition and some preface about the Bhagavati Sutra परिचयात्मक. तो थोड़ा तो रहेगा, एक दो क्लास तो चलेगी तो people can understand what the Bhagavati Sutra is, what type of this Sutra Agam Shastra is. थोड़ा छोटा सा परिचय सबको होना बहुत जरूरी है. I am again giving the thanks to the Harish Bhai, Vijay Bhai and the Jaina Sanstha from US, those who are arranging this type of Agam Vachana. ठीक है, जितने वहां से जुड़ते हैं, बाकी के इंडिया से भी ज्यादा जुड़ते हैं. कुछ लोगों को इंडिया से भी इंटरेस्ट है, so they are joining with us, and very few from the outside of the India, you see. કાંતિભાઈ ને ફરીથી પાછો રસ જાગ્યો છે ખરો. Again, કાંતિભાઈ is going to start the classes. बहुत पुराने विद्यार्थी रहे हैं.
मैं हमेशा सुनता रहता हूँ, यूट्यूब पे कुछ बिजी रहता हूँ, इसलिए यहाँ जैन सोसाइटी में वगैरह सब आपके लेक्चर का प्रवचन सुनाता हूँ. अच्छी बात है, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको. चलिए साहब
जी, प्रश्नों का टाइम है. एक
आज तो प्रश्न का चांस नहीं रहेगा, आज तो कोई लेसन आगे नहीं चला है. एक सिंपल जो है डेफिनेशन समझाया मैंने नाम के बारे में.
डेफिनेशन एक ही प्रश्न है. प्रज्ञाप्ति को प्रज्ञा प्राप्ति का जॉइंट वर्ड कहा जा सकता है?
नहीं, ऐसा मत जोड़िए आप उसको. ये प्रॉपर एक सुश्रुत ज्ञान ही तो है ना, शास्त्र का ज्ञान है, तो ज्ञान के बारे में ही यहाँ पर जोड़ा है.
जी साहब जी. और बिफोर मांगलिक साहब जी, और एक शॉर्ट पूछना ये करना था. मैंने इनविटेशन महेश भाई को और बिंदेश भाई को भी दिया था, जो कि बिंदेश भाई करंट प्रेसिडेंट है. दोनों ने उनके मतलब बहुत मीटिंग्स होती है उनकी, तो आ नहीं पाए, लेकिन बहुत सी शुभकामनाएं भेजी है. हाँ जी, we will try that. Or so both of them have sent very good wishes and very supportive and have encouraged us. So just
you can invite to them on the Sunday tomorrow.
जी साहब जी, I will just tell them whenever they're convinced. It's open. And Harish bhai, please anytime, please welcome anytime if you have time. This is ongoing for a little while, so thank you for coming today, Sahib ji. Manglik ka કૃપા
નમો હરિયંતાણમ નમો સિદ્ધાણમ નમો હરિયાણમ નમો વજ્જાયાણમ નમો લોએ સબ્બ સાગુણમ હે સુપંચ નમસ્કારો સબ્બ પાપપણાસણમ મંગલાણં ચ સબ્બે સિદ્ધપરમં હવૈ મંગલમ મંગલમ ભગવાન વીરો મંગલમ ગૌતમ પ્રભુ મંગલમ સ્થૂલિભદ્રાધ્યા જૈન ધર્મોસ્તુ મંગલમ ચત્તારી મંગલમ હરિહંતા મંગલમ સિદ્ધા મંગલમ સાહુ મંગલમ કેવલી પન્નતો ધમ્મો મંગલમ ચત્તારી લોકોત્તમ હરિહંતા લોકોત્તમ સિદ્ધા લોકોત્તમ સાહુ લોકોત્તમ કેવલી પન્નતો ધમ્મો લોકોત્તમ ચત્તારી શરણમ પવજ્જામિ હરિહંતે શરણમ પવજ્જામિ સિદ્ધે શરણમ પવજ્જામિ સાહુ શરણમ પવજ્જામિ કેવલી પન્નતમ ધમ્મમ શરણમ પવજ્જામિ સર્વમંગલ માંગલ્યમ સર્વકલ્યાણકારણમ પ્રધાનમ સર્વધર્માણામ જયતિ શાસન.
ત્રિકાળ વંદના સાહેબજી.
Maharaj Saheb, thank you so much for teaching us. Thank you.
Maharaj Saheb.
Maharaj Saheb, it's always going to be in English, this Bhagvati Sutra, or it's going to be in Hindi and English?
English and Hindi.
Hindi and English both.
Okay.
कृतज्ञोस्मि महाराज सताए आपके
बस परमात्मा की कृपा है,
असीम कृपा महाराज.
Thank you.
आज यहाँ पर दीक्षा संपन्न हुई है. सुबह में 9 बजे काफी लोग जुड़े थे, जिन्होंने वो जुड़े दीक्षा वगैरह का प्रसंग देखा है. आज कंप्लीट हुई है और आप लोग भी साथ में जुड़े. बहुत धन्यवाद, आपको भी अनुमोदना है.
सबजी खूब खूब अनुमोदना.
YouTube पे भी है महाराज साहब, तो हम देख लेते हैं.
उत्तम दीक्षित ना दर्शन करावजो.
आज आवश्य काले आवश्य.
Thank you all for your encouragement.
Good planning, Vijay bhai, and I'm glad Harish bhai entered.
It just happened. Harish bhai was kind enough to, take that invitation, and the other 2 presidents have sent their good wishes. So, and I just wanted to let Maharaj Sahib know, but it got out of my mind that this whole group had decided on the Bhagvati Sutra. So please, the credit goes to the whole group for selecting such a difficult topic. And I hope that we can continue on that. So,
વિજય ભાઈ,
જી
હરેશ ભાઈ ને મેન્શન કરજો ને કે જે બધા અહીંયા પાઠશાળાના ટીચર છે ને, પાઠશાળાના ટીચર ને બધાને આ જણાવે તો વધારે લોકો જોડાશે, કારણ કે પાઠશાળામાં ઘણા સ્ટુડન્ટ હોય છે.
એ લોકોનું છે ને બધાનું પ્રોગ્રામ સેટ હોય છે પાઠશાળાનું ટીચ કરવાનું, પણ this is a privately should be held for the પાઠશાળા teacher, so they can take part in it. ત્યાં તો હવે ક્લાસમાં અમારા પાઠશાળામાં
ના, I mean પાઠશાળા ટીચરની જ વાત કરું છું કે પાઠશાળાના ટીચર બધા અટેન્ડ કરી શકે. સ્ટુડન્ટ તો બધા ઘણા બધા યંગ હોય છે હજી, પણ પાઠશાળાના ટીચર હોય ને, કારણ કે અમારા શિકાગોના પાઠશાળામાં પહેલા હું જતી હતી, પણ હવે મારે ડ્રાઈવ કરવાની તકલીફ છે ને હું જતી નથી, પણ એ લોકો આમને જ કરે છે, તો એ લોકો જો અટેન્ડ કરે તો ઘણો ગ્રુપ વધી જાય.
But they can also see YouTube પર.
Yes.
પણ YouTube નહીં, પણ પર્સનલી કરે ને તો મહારાજ સાહેબ ને પણ વધારે પેલું ખબર પડે ને કે કેટલા લોકો જોઈન થાય છે.
Nothing to do with how many. If they take part in it, they are benefited.
That's right. પણ પછી વધારે સ્પ્રેડ થાય ને તો વધારે આ જે નોલેજ આપે છે મહારાજ સાહેબ આટલો પરિશ્રમ કરે છે તો એનો વધારે લોકો ફાયદો થઈ શકે ને એમ.
Veena-ben, can you, I'm not saying, I think it's a very good idea, but is it possible for us to, if we are in contact with some Pathshala teachers, we can do it personally rather than going from Jaina in that sense? That way we have a personal report.
હું તમને અમારા શિકાગોના પાઠશાળાના ટીચર છે ને એમનો ફોન નંબર મોકલું છું.
No, what I'm saying is we local જ્યાં બી આપણે contact હોય ને, હવે પાઠશાળા વहाँ ચાલતી હોય, હવે ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં બીજી ચાલે છે, ટેક્સાસમાં બીજી ચાલે છે, so we can all take up a small initiative of making a small phone call to whoever we know. That might be a better option instead of putting it on Jaina.
Yeah,
Because
તો હું શિકાગોના ટીચર છે એમને કહીશ.
Yeah, because what happens, Jaina nu ek email jase, but it goes in the, you know how emails are and how this whole communication. But tame personally kokne kyo, to it makes a big difference. So that's how
I will try on my side here.
Ji.
Vijay Kokila here.
Ji.
આપણે USA પાઠશાળા teachers નું WhatsApp group છે. So I can forward the information on that WhatsApp group. It is mainly for all Pathshala teachers in USA.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we can, if you can do it on a regular basis, like every Saturday or Friday, you know, just post it in that group. Or you can make me, I mean, I cannot be a member because I'm not teaching anything. But yeah, we have a representative and you are our rep, so we are good.
Okay, I will do that, and occasionally I will kind of send the reminders or something.
And you
like
have two beautiful daughters, if I remember. You can encourage them to come too. Now Aarti is there and there is Suneri, so we have a young population coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would encourage you to personally, if I remember. So yeah, do that.
Vijay bhai, I have a suggestion કે જૈના નો જે ન્યૂઝલેટર જાય ને એમાં આપણા ક્લાસીસ નું ઘણું નીચે છે, પણ if they would highlight it when you open the email, that would be helpful for people to know. કારણ કે everybody, they don't scroll down and see what is going on. But if they say that, you know, Bhagvati Sutra, once in a lifetime opportunity or something like that, ke Maharaj Saheb